Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. We are discussing the chapter statistics, 15th chapter of your book, and this is the third session of statistics. In the previous class you completed the mean deviation, about the mean and about the median. Okay. So if the mean deviation is so effective, then there is no necessity of further calculations or finding the other methods of analysis of the statistical data. But unfortunately, this mean deviation is also not so effective. Why it is not so effective? You must do one thing. You must calculate the mean deviations for the given data with respect to mean and about the mean and about the median. You can find slight difference in the mean deviations. So that must not be the case in the calculation of mathematics. So what are the limitations of that mean deviation that we must know to go for the other calculations. So limitations are there for the mean deviations, therefore we will find the other methods of calculation. Okay. So what are the limitations? First limitation is when the variability is very high, when the given data have the high level of variability, then deviations about the median is not so effective. That is the first limitations of the mean deviation. And the second limitation is the sum of the deviations that calculated from the mean is always more than the sum of the deviations calculated from the median. So this deviations calculated, deviations from and sum of the deviations from mean is always more than the median. So that is the next limitation. And the third and the most important limitation is here we will take the absolute value, is it not, xi minus x bar or xi minus m absolute value. Therefore, the further treatment for this calculation is not possible. For these three reasons, the mean deviation is not so effective. Therefore, we must find other way of calculations in statistics. So that is variance and standard deviation. Therefore, we must discuss today what is variance and standard deviation. The last measure of dispersion, is it not? Standard deviation. So now we must know what is variance. Variance is always indicated by sigma square. This is a small sigma. So it is indicated by sigma square. How to calculate this sigma square? So here in the mean deviation we will take the absolute value xi minus x bar or xi minus m, is it not? To avoid the cancellation of the deviation we will take the absolute value. Instead of this absolute value in the calculation of variance, we will take the square of this term. You know that square of 2 square is 4 and minus 2 square is also equal to 4. Therefore, by squaring the deviations, we may get the positive value, and here is another chance of magnifying the deviation. So we must calculate the deviations from the centers and tendency to know the dispersion of the data. So here by squaring we are magnifying the deviations, and the other method is same. We will take the deviation as d. If we take the deviation as d, then the square is equal to d square, and then we will multiply this d square with fi, the frequency, and then we will use the same calculation, that is variance is equal to sigma fi into d square divided by n. So this is about the variance, and if we take the square root of this variance, positive root of this variance, then this is called the standard deviation. So standard deviation is the positive square root of this variance. So this is very effective method to calculate the measures of dispersion, and here there is no absolute value, therefore further calculations or the further treatment is possible for these values. Therefore we must know the method of finding the variance and standard deviation for all types of data. What are the types of data? Ungrouped data and grouped discrete data and grouped continuous data. Let us consider one example for each of the calculations. Okay. So these are the problems that I will discuss today. So this is ungrouped data. The variance and standard deviation of ungrouped data we must calculate first, and then this is the discrete data, that is xi and fi will be given, and here it is class interval, that is grouped continuous data. Okay. So let us know how to calculate the mean variance, mean deviation of ungrouped, grouped discrete and grouped continuous data. I will consider the first problem here. So make the column for this problem. First one is xi, the scores will be given, that you must take here xi, and then you must go for the deviation, and here squaring of the deviation is necessary, therefore I will take the 3 columns instead of 2 columns in the mean deviation. Here you require 3 columns, that's all. I will write the columns head first. See here, so this is xi, that means the given score, and here it is equal to d is equal to xi minus x bar. So here we will consider only mean, not median, because the deviations calculated from the median are not so effective, therefore we will consider mean only. And then here d square is the last column. D square means what? Xi minus x whole square. I will write the score here 6, 7, 10, 6, 7, 10, 12, 13, 4, and then 8 and 12. You know sigma x square you must find. Calculate by using the calculator or by counting. Find sigma x square first. It is required to calculate the mean value. So sigma xi. So add all these scores. So you will get 72, I think. Am I right? You will get 72 here by adding all the xi's. So how many scores are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 scores are there. Therefore I will take n is equal to 8. And what is mean? Mean is equal to sigma xi, same formula, that is divided by n. So that is equal to 72 divided by 8. So that is equal to 9. So 9 is the mean of all these scores. Then calculate the deviations with negative sign here. So 6 minus 9 minus 3, 7 minus 9 minus 2, 10 minus 9 1, 12 minus 9 3, 13 minus 9 4, 4 minus 9 minus 5, 8 minus 9 minus 1, 12 minus 9, that is equal to 3. Am I right? And then square them, squaring them. 3 square 9, 4, 1, 9, 16, 25, 1 and 9. You must add all these deviation squares, sigma d square. Add all these by using the calculator. What will you get? I think you will get here 76. Am I right? So then use the formula to calculate variance. So I will write variance as sigma square always, because it is denoted by sigma square, that is equal to sigma d square divided by n. So for your knowledge you may write sigma d square as xi minus x bar whole square. You must know this thing. I have written the short form. Okay. So that is equal to divided by n. So here it is equal to 76. What is n? N is equal to 8. By using the calculator, calculate the value. What is the value? So that's equal to 9.25. 9.25. And what is the standard deviation yesterday? That is the positive square root of variance 9.25. So that's equal to 3 point something, 3.04 I think. Is it 3.04? Yes, you may use the calculator, don't worry. 3.04. So this is the method of calculation of standard deviation of the ungrouped data. Let me go for the second one. Okay, let me go for the second problem. This is grouped one. Let me consider the second problem, make the columns for that. So the first column is xi, so that is given xi. The second column is automatically a frequency is given. Then you must find fi into xi, you know that, and then deviation, and then deviation square, and then deviation into fi. So these are the columns, make the columns first. So I will write the column heads. So that's equal to xi. Here it is frequency fi. Then it is fi into xi or xi into fi. So then d is nothing but xi minus x bar. And then d square. Frequency is there, therefore you must find fd square. So these are all the columns needed. So I will write the data here, 92 and then 93. 97, 98, 102, 104 and 109. There is no need of adding sigma xi and xi here because frequency is there. So I must write the frequency 3, 2, 3, 2, 6, 3, 3, 6, 3, 3. Add these fi, sigma fi is nothing but sigma fi, that is nothing but n. I will write it as directly n, number of score. So that is equal to 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 9, 19, 19 plus 3, that is equal to 22. So sum of the score is equal to 22. So then you have to multiply these two columns. So write the product of these two columns by using your calculator. Start the calculations, find the product of all these things. So then we must add this column to get fi into xi. So these are all the products that you get. You must add this sigma fi xi you will get here. So that is by adding you will get, use the calculator, 2200 I think. 2200 you will get here, 2200. By using this data you can calculate the mean. X bar is equal to sigma fi xi divided by n. So that is equal to 2200 divided by 22. Obviously this is equal to 100. So this is the mean, and then calculate the mean deviations from this. 92 minus 100, that is equal to minus 8, 93 minus 100, minus 7, 97 minus 100, minus 3, minus 2, and here plus 2, and here plus 4, and here plus 9. So next column is squaring, 64, 49, 9, 4, 4, 16, 81. And then you must multiply this fi column with this d square. You can do it by using the calculator. Complete this column first and then we must go further. So these are all the product of these two columns, fi into d square, 192, 98, 27, 8, 24, 48 and 248. Cross check it and then go for the sum of these column, that is FD square. Add this by using calculator or by calculating. So that's nothing but 640, I think. Am I right? 640 you will get if you add all these scores. By this score we may calculate the variance. Variance is nothing but sigma FD square divided by n. So that's equal to 640 divided by 22. So that's equal to 640 divided by 22 you will get here. So that's equal to 29.09. 29.09. Therefore standard deviation is equal to positive root of it. 29.09, it's positive root 5 point something you will get. Use the calculator to get the square root. That's equal to 5.09 you will get here. 09 is the standard deviation. So this is the method of calculating the standard deviation for the grouped discrete data. So let us consider the third problem in which class interval is given and this continuous grouped data. So for this we must make the column first. So first column, as you know, is class interval. We will write the class interval. Prepare the column with me. So second one is the frequency. The third one, you know, midpoint, and then you must find here Fi Xi, and then go for the deviation d, and then d square, and then Fd square. So this much of columns are needed to calculate this problem. So write the heading of the columns. So first column is class interval and then Fi, and here midpoint. I will write here short form of midpoint, that's equal to Xi. So next column is Fi into Xi, and then deviation here Xi minus X bar, and here it is the d square and Fi into d square. You must find all these things first. So I will take the class interval. So that is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. So what are the frequencies that you must note down? 5 plus 8, 12, 12 plus 15, 27, 27 plus 16, 33, and then this is equal to 6. So how much total? 8 plus 5, 13, 13 plus 20, 13 plus 15, that is equal to 28, 28 plus 16, that is equal to 28 plus 16, 44, 44 plus 6, therefore n is equal to 50 here. So total number of score is equal to 50. Find the midpoint. 0 plus 10 divided by 2, 5. 10 plus 20 divided by 2, that is 15. All the others you may note down mechanically, 35 and 45. So Fi into Xi you must find. 5 into 5, 25. 15 into 8, that's equal to 120. So that's equal to 5. And then 35, 525, 25 into 5 is equal to 125. 12, 25 ones are 25 plus 12, it's equal to 375. I am wrong. So then 16 into 5 is equal to 80. So 16 into 3, 48 plus 8 is equal to 48 plus 8, 56. So 6 into 5, that's equal to 30. 6 into 4, that's equal to 24, 270. So you must find the sum of all these scores Fi Xi. So if you find sum of Fi Xi, so if you add all these, you will get 1350. Am I right? 1350. By this you may calculate the mean. I will make the calculation here. I will rub the problem. Okay. So what is the mean here? Mean x bar is equal to sigma Fi Xi divided by n. So that's equal to 1350 divided by 50. So that's equal to 15 2. So that's equal to 27. So that's equal to 27 is the mean of this score. Then go for the deviations. From this midpoint you must subtract the mean. 5 minus 27, that's equal to minus 22. 15 minus 27, that's equal to 12. Minus 12. 25 minus 27, that's equal to minus 2. 35 minus 27, that's equal to 8. And 45 minus 27, that's equal to 18. D square, you must find the square of all these numbers. Okay. So using the calculator, find the square of all these numbers. So after finding the square of all these numbers, you must multiply this column with the frequency column. Therefore, multiply this column Fi column with the D square. By using the calculator, you will get the values, and finally you must add all those scores, that is nothing but sigma Fd square, which is needed to calculate the variance. Okay. Check your calculations. So 2420, 1152, 60, 1024, 1944. If you add all this, you will get 6600. So that is sigma Fd square. So I will find the variance by using formula sigma square is equal to sigma Fd square divided by n. So that is equal to 6600 divided by n is equal to 5. 0 and 0 cancels here. 5 1s are, 5 3s are, 5 3s are, 5 1s are 5, 5 3s are, 5 2s are. 132 you will get. And the standard deviation is nothing but the root of, positive root of this 132. That's equal to 11 point something you will get. 11 point, by using the calculator you may calculate 11.48. So this is the method to calculate the standard deviation and variance of the data when they are in the class interval and frequency form, that is in the continuous form. Okay. So this is very lengthy, and the next question is, can we find the variance and standard deviation without calculating the deviations from the mean? Without calculating the deviations of the mean, can we find the variance and standard deviation? So it is possible. There is a shortcut method or an alternate method to find the variance and standard deviation without calculating the deviations. So let us discuss the alternate method to find the standard deviations. By using the alternate method, we may find the standard deviation and variance. So this formula we must use that. So standard deviation is equal to, I will directly take the formula of standard deviation or the variance. By squaring you may get the variance. Okay. Otherwise I will write the variance. Variance of ungrouped data is equal to sigma xi square divided by n minus sigma xi divided by n whole square. By using this, we may find the variance of the given data, ungrouped data without calculating the deviation. This is one alternate method to find the standard deviation. By taking the positive root, you may get the standard deviation. I will write the formula of variance. Okay. So for the grouped data, you may use this one, that says Fixi whole square, not whole square, Fixi square divided by n minus sigma Fixi divided by n whole square. So this is the formula to find the standard deviation by using the alternate method. If you calculate the value, the deviations by using the shortcut method, that is assumed mean method, without finding the actual mean, you may calculate the deviations. Is it not? Assumed mean method or shortcut method, then you must use this formula. H square into sigma Fi, that deviation is called as Yi, is it not? We calculated in the mean deviation. Fi Yi whole square divided by n minus sigma Fi Yi divided by n whole square. So here you must multiply the whole formula with h square, that is the size of the class interval. By taking the positive root, you may calculate the standard deviation. So these are the alternate formula to find the standard deviation. We must work out one problem from each section with the alternate method. I will discuss the 3 problems with alternate method. Okay. So write the problem and let me go for the explanation. Let us discuss the problems of standard deviation by using the alternate method. Okay. I have taken 3 problems here. First one is for the ungrouped first 10 natural numbers. You must find the mean and variance, and the second one is grouped discrete data, and the third one is grouped continuous data. So I will go for the first one. Read the first question. So that is, read this first question. So that is, find the mean and variance of the first 10 natural numbers. So your data are not given. So they are up to n. Therefore you can't follow the tabulation method or the mean method. Therefore you must go for the alternate method. So first I will write mean. So what is the meaning of mean? That is equal to sigma xi divided by n. So that is the formula to find the mean, sigma xi. So here xi means what? How many numbers are there here? N numbers are there. Therefore sigma n must add up to 1 to n. So what are the natural numbers from 1 to n? 1, 2, 3, dash, 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 up to n. Therefore number of score given here is equal to n itself. Therefore sigma xi means what? 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n divided by number of score is equal to n. Therefore 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n means what? This is nothing but sigma n divided by n. So you know the formula of sigma n. In the series chapter, you know the formula of sigma n. What is sigma n? So that is equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Already n is there in the denominator. Therefore this n and this n cancels. The answer is equal to n plus 1 divided by 2. So this is the mean of first 10 natural numbers. So what is the mean of first 10 natural numbers? Then how to find the mean of first 10 natural numbers? 10 plus 1 divided by 2. That is 11 divided by 2, that is equal to 5.5. Using the calculator, verify your answer. Okay. So then go for the variance. So variance is nothing but sigma. Variance can be calculated by using this alternate method, that is sigma xi whole square divided by n minus sigma xi divided by n whole square. Okay. So here what is sigma xi? Up to n into 1 square xi. 1 means 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, that is nothing but sigma n square. Total number of score is equal to n minus. So here sigma n divided by total number of score is n whole square. Don't cancel this n and this n. Summation is there. Be careful. Okay. So then I will take the formula here. So sigma n square formula. What is the formula for sigma n square? N into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 divided by 6, and already n is there. This n and this n cancels, minus n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Already one n is there in the denominator. This cancels. Therefore, we must simplify. I will simplify here. Continue here. Okay. N plus 1. So, what is the denominator? 6 and 2. No, whole square is there. Sorry, whole square is there. Square you must take here. Whole square is there. Therefore, denominator is, so I will write one step again. N plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6 minus n plus 1 whole square. Square is there. 2 square. 2 square is equal to 4. What is the LCM of 6 and 4? That is equal to 12. So 2 into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 minus 3 into n plus 1 whole square. So what is the common term? So n plus 1 is common. Therefore I will take it outside. So that is equal to n plus 1 divided by 12. I will keep it outside the bracket. What will remain inside the bracket? 2 into 2n plus 1. It is 4n plus 2 minus 3 into n plus 1. 3 into n minus 3n minus 3. Okay. So that is equal to n plus 1. 1n plus 1 is taken outside. So that is equal to n plus 1 divided by 12. 4n minus 3n, n plus 2 minus 3, n minus 1. Therefore, n plus 1 into n minus 1 means what? N square minus 1 divided by 12. So this ends the problem. Therefore, this is the variance of the first n natural number. So let me go for the second problem, that is discrete data. So I will rub the board. So let me consider the second problem in which xi and fi are given. So it needs some columns. Therefore I will follow the shortcut method here. I didn't solve the problems of shortcut method in this discrete data. Therefore I will discuss here xi, fi, and then I will go for yi, that is deviations, and then fi into yi, and then yi square and f into yi whole square. All these things I will find. Make the columns. So I will write the heading of the columns here. So this is score xi and this is fi frequency, and then here the deviation. So that is equal to yi. Yi can be calculated xi minus assumed mean divided by some number if they are common, and then here fi into yi. So here yi whole square and here fi yi whole square. These are all the columns needed to calculate the variance and the standard deviation also. I will list out the score: 6, 10, 14, 18, 24, 28 and 30. These are all the scores. And frequency 2, 4, 7, 12. 2, 4, 7, 12. Be ready with your calculators. Calculations are there. 4 and 3. Add all the fi, you will get the value of n. Add it. I think it's 40. Is it not? Check the sum. That's equal to 40. So here all the scores are divisible by 2. Therefore we may divide each score divided by 2 and then we may multiply it at once in the formula. Therefore, I will take yi is equal to xi minus a divided by h. H I will take it as 2. So, common divisor I will take it as 2. I will assume the mean. Assumed mean very simple, 3 scores above, 3 scores below, because odd number of scores are there. Therefore, middle one is the assumed mean, 18 is the assumed mean. Therefore, I have to subtract 18 from each score and divide it by 2. So, 6 minus 18, minus 12 divided by 2, that is equal to minus 6. So, here it is minus 4. So, here it is the 14 minus 18, understand? 14 minus 18 minus 4 divided by 2, that is equal to, I will calculate 1 here. So, that is equal to 12, see here, 14 minus 18, assumed mean is 18 divided by 2. So, that is equal to minus 4 divided by 2, that is equal to minus 2. 18 minus 18, that is equal to 0. 24 minus 18, 6 divided by 2, that is equal to 3. 28 minus 18, 10 divided by 2, that is equal to 5. 30 minus 18, 12 divided by 2, that is equal to 6. Then fi into yi. 2 into minus 6, that is equal to minus 12, minus 16, minus 14, here it is 0, and 24, do fast, that is 20, and this is equal to 18. You need here sigma fi into yi. You must add with the sign, not absolute values. Okay. So, if you add this much, you will get 16 for 30 minus 42. So, minus 42 here and 44. So, 54 and minus plus 52 here, plus 52. Therefore, the difference is equal to plus 10. So, you will get the difference of not plus 10, that is 42, and that is equal to plus 20. So, yi whole square, that is equal to 36, and 16, 4 square, 2 square is 4, here it is 0, 9 and 25, and here it is 36. And then you must multiply it with the frequency, that is fi into yi square. Calculate by using your calculator. Find the product of that two columns. Then add the sum, add the last column, that is you will get here 444 I think. Check the sum once again, 444. So, now we are ready to find the variance, and we may calculate the variance as well as the actual mean also. We need here mean also, therefore, we may calculate the variance and mean of the data. I will make the calculation here. So, how to calculate the actual mean? So, you know the formula, x bar actual mean is equal to assumed mean plus sigma fi yi divided by n into the common factor that you divided. So, that is equal to a plus fi yi. What is the value of fi yi? 20 divided by 40 into 2. And therefore, it is nothing but, what is the value of a? A is equal to 18. Therefore, 18 plus 1 you will get here, that is equal to 19. So, that is the value of mean of the given data. So, I will go for the variance. The formula you know, very simple. Variance is equal to h square into sigma fi yi whole square divided by n minus sigma fi yi divided by n whole square. Okay. So, you must substitute the value here. So, that is h square, h is 2, therefore, it is 2 square, and then fi yi whole square, that is 444, 444 divided by 40 minus fi yi, that is equal to 20 divided by 40, its whole square. Okay. So, that is equal to 4 into, so if you simplify this, you will get 11.1 I think. So, 0.25 1 by 4, that is equal to 0.25 the whole square. This is equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is the whole square is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 in the fraction decimal form is 0.25. Therefore, it is equal to 4 into, so we will get here 4 into 10.85. So, the final answer I will write it here. So, that is equal to 43.4. 43.4 is the variance. If you want to know the standard deviation, take the root of this, that is all. So, this is the method without calculating the deviations, or by using the alternate formula, you may find the standard deviation of the given data. So, let me discuss the last problem. In the last problem, class interval is there. First, we must prepare the value table, columns first, not value table, columns first, and then I will use the shortcut here because the size of the class interval is very high. You know how to use the shortcut method to find the standard deviation. Okay. So, here it is frequency, and then you must find the deviations, and then deviations into Fi. So, then this is equal to Fi yi whole square, then this is Fi into yi whole square. These are all the heads of the columns. So, write the heads of the column first. So, this is class interval, and this is equal to Fi, and then this is equal to yi. So, what is the formula for yi? Xi. So, you need xi here. So, midpoint you need here, then go for yi. yi is equal to xi minus a assumed mean divided by size of the class interval, then Fi into yi. So, yi whole square, you need another column Fi into yi whole square. This is the last column. I will complete the column first. So, I will write the problem in the column. So, that is 0 to 30, and then 30 to 60, 60 to 90, 90 to 120, 120 to 150, write with me, 150 to 180, 180 to 210. So, this is the last interval, 180 to 210. Okay. So, frequency 2, 3, 5, 10, 2, 3, 5, 10, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2. Find the value of n. By adding all the frequency, you may get the value of n. Find the value of n first. Here if you add, you will get n is equal to 30. And then find the midpoint, that is very easy. So, that is equal to 15 here. So, here it is equal to 45. So, here it is 75. And here it is 105. So, here it is 135 and 165, and here it is 195. So, all these are the midpoint that we needed. 195. Okay. So then we must calculate yi. We must assume the mean, leave this 3 class interval and leave this 3 class interval. This one is the middle class interval. Therefore, we may take the midpoint of this as the assumed mean. Okay. I will rub the problem now. So, A is equal to, assumed mean, A is equal to 105. Okay. So, now calculate yi by using this assumed mean. So, 15 minus 105, that is equal to 15 minus 105 you must find. So, that is equal to 15 minus 105 minus 90 divided by 30 divided by 30, that is equal to minus 3 here. I will use the same color. So, minus 3 and here it is minus 2 and here it is minus 1. So, here it is 0, 1, 2 and 3 respectively. Okay. So, then find Fi into yi. 3 minus 3 into 6 minus 6. So, minus 6 here. So, minus 5. Here it is 0. So, here it is 3. 5 into 2, that is equal to 10. 3 into 2, that is equal to 6. Is there any confusions in calculating yi? So, I will do one calculation. So, that is equal to 15 first score minus A. What is A? 105 divided by size of the class interval. What is the size of the class interval? That is equal to 30. That is nothing but minus 90 divided by 30. So, that is equal to minus 3. This is how we get minus 3. Clear now? Okay. So, then the next column is Fi into yi. We must add this. So, here we will get 6 plus 6 minus 12 minus 17 and here we will get 16 plus 19. Therefore, you will get here plus 2. Plus 2 will remain here as sigma Fi yi. Fi yi is equal to plus 2. Then find yi whole square. So, yi whole square is equal to 9, 4, 1, 0, 1, 4, 9. And find the product of Fi and yi. 9 into 2, that is equal to 18. 3 into 4, that is equal to 12. 5 into 1, that is equal to 5. And here it is 0. Then 10, 0. 3 into 1, that is equal to 3. And 5 into 4, that is equal to 20. And 2 into 9, that is equal to 18. You must add all these Fi yi whole square, that you must find. So, here it is equal to, find the sum by using the calculator. You may use the calculator. So, that is 76 I think. So, 76. Then find the actual mean. Mean you must find and the variance. Okay. So, x bar is equal to, you know the method, assumed mean plus sigma Fi yi divided by n into the size of the class interval. So, 105 plus Fi yi is equal to 2 divided by 30 into 30. 30 and 30 cancels. Therefore, 105 plus 2, that is equal to 107 is the actual mean of the given data. So, let me go for the variance. So, variance is equal to, what is the formula? H square into sigma Fi yi whole square divided by n. You must remember this formula. So, sigma Fi yi divided by n whole square. Must substitute the value here. So, h square means the height of the size of the class interval 30 square into Fi yi whole square, that is equal to 76 divided by 30 minus Fi yi is 2 divided by 30, its whole square. So make the calculation by using your calculator. So here you will get 900 into 70 divided by 2.535 will get 2.535 will get minus 2 by 30 whole square 0.0044 0044 you will get. Okay. So I will continue here. So that is equal to 900 into, by using the calculator you may find the difference also, 2.900 into 2.5289, 2.5289. So that is equal to 2276. We will get here 2276 as the variance. So this is the value of the variance. With this we completed the variance and standard deviations. How to find the variance for ungrouped data and grouped discrete data and grouped continuous data by using the direct method as well as by using the alternate method. Now you can solve all the problems of 15.2, complete all the problems of 15.2 and come to the next class. Thank you all.